From Deadline.com, Pete Hammond.
Yes, hello.
Hey!
Hey! Oh, I love the studio audience. Nice.
What is Cannes? Why is Cannes? What is?
Well, it's a
what's
little
the
town
deal?
in south of France, Rob.
Yeah. Why is it such a big deal, Peter?
For 67 years, they got 67 years ago, they got this idea to do a film festival. Like a lot of these, you know, it was one of the original ones. Now everybody's got a film festival. Everybody. Your street probably has a film festival.
Andy's working on one too.
But Cannes is a fantastic one. It's because it's history, it's tradition, it's the festival, and it's also sets the table for the whole season, award season. All these movies, if they're ready, they go to Cannes. It's bigger than the Oscars in a lot of ways. That red carpet there, there are more photographers. There's more than you'll ever see anywhere. It's unbelievable.
Well, set the scene a little bit.
Okay.
How long does this thing go on?
It goes on. It felt like a month, but it goes on 12 days in May, every mid-May, and there's 2 premieres every night. You must dress up in a tuxedo for each one. It's like a double bill, but you have to go back and down the steps. You can't even wear, you know, a tux tie, a straight tie. You have to wear the bow tie. I think the movie that really scored there is Foxcatcher, which opens in November, and it stars Steve Carell, unlike you've ever seen Steve Carell.
Why do you say that?
Because it's a straight dramatic role. He plays John DuPont, the very rich guy who starts this wrestling team in 1988 to get the Olympic wrestlers there. He's very obsessed with that, but he brings them all to his estate. He brings Channing Tatum in, and then Channing Tatum's brother, Mark Ruffalo. It gets really weird, and it all ends in murder. And this is not a typical Steve Carell, but it's 100% true story.
Is it a really good
It's
film?
really good. It won the Best Director prize in Cannes for Bennett Miller, whose 2 previous films also were true stories, Moneyball and Capote.
Oh,
and
wow.
both of them got Best Picture nominations. I think he's 3 for 3 here. I'm certain this movie will go all the way and be a big player.
Will this be the year of Ruffalo then? Because he's
Ruffalo
in
has
Normal Heart.
and Normal Heart, which is terrific.
Unbelievable.
Great. That's going to be the sweeping the
Unbelievable.
Emmys, and then he can move to the Oscars. He has a movie called Begin Again too, which was at
the year of
Toronto.
Ruffalo. You heard it here first.
This movie I highly recommend.
Foxcatchers.
Channing Tatum can act. Les Combatants, which I loved. I could see an American remake immediately. Speaking of Channing Tatum and Jennifer Lawrence, I've already cast it.
Wow. You heard it here first on Hollywood Headliners.
It's very, very good. But my favorite movie, I have to say, overall, was a Hungarian movie starring a bunch of dogs, rampaging dogs. I mean, it makes Cujo look like Bambi.
Seriously?
Oh, my God. This movie, and the dog, it's about a very sweet dog and he's thrown out of the house by the mean father. It's the daughter's dog. And, you know, and he's thrown out, and then the dog wanders through the streets and winds up as a fighter. They turn him into a killer. He then seeks revenge on everybody. This movie was great. It's called White God. It's Hungarian. I bet it winds up as their entry for the foreign language, but it goes beyond that. Some smart person should get it. The latest auteur is Ryan Gosling, who brought his film. If I had advised him, having seen it before, I would have said, don't bring it to France. You're going to get killed. And he did. The critics just mercilessly
Was it
went
an
after
independent film?
No, it's actually Warner Brothers
has
it, and they're supposed to release it in the fall, but now we're hearing at Deadline.com where we reported
Boy, was that a plug? Say, would you keep track of the number of plugs that Pete tries to put in there?
Yes, we did report that they are trying to unload the movie. After the reaction here, they want to give it to an independent distributor who could give it more tender, loving care. That's code for
it's out of here.
We don't know what to do with this thing.
Recut? Could it be recut and saved?
Yeah, well, I don't know what he'd do with it. 90% of it is so dark I couldn't tell what was going on. It stars Christina Hendricks, who I love. You know, she's terrific. But you know, this movie, I don't know. It's like a lot of movies you've seen. It's just it's a mess.
Okay.
It's called Lost River. It used to be called How to Catch a Monster. But
Number one movie that did well there that we here in good old United States of America will want to see.
Okay, the world premiere there that they loved, it was How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Oh wow!
That premiered there right at the beginning of the festival, and it's a better movie than the first one, and I love the first one.
I saw the trailer last week at what did I see? At Godzilla. Yeah, and it was very good.
It opens June 13th, so that's one of the earlier films we're going to get out of Cannes. But this was a big hit with everybody there, and the 3D was just stunning on that Palais screen. It was really good. And I'm not a big 3D fan, but I thought this one looked great in 3D.
3D can work. Pete, just back from the Cannes Film Festival. If you have a chance, go to deadline.com. See Pete's posting that he just put up there today. It gives you the complete listing of all of the really cool movies, who won the awards, what to look for. You can be so smart.